In the world of Final Fantasy X, Jecht stands as a towering figure of complex contradictions, a man whose core motivations are as much about his own survival as they are about the legacy he leaves behind. To truly grasp Jecht's psychological makeup, we turn to the Enneagram, a powerful tool for understanding intrinsic motivations and fears. Jecht aligns closely with the Enneagram Type 3, often referred to as the Achiever. This type is driven by a deep-seated desire to be valuable and worthwhile, yet is haunted by the fear of being seen as a failure or worthless. Imagine a man whose very presence demands attention, yet in the solitude of his own mind he battles an incessant voice of inadequacy. Jecht's journey through the narrative of Final Fantasy X can be seen as a dance between his core desire for admiration and his fear of insignificance. At his best, he embodies the gift of Type 3, charisma, drive, and the ability to inspire those around him. However, in the shadowy recesses where his insecurities lurk, Jecht becomes self-absorbed, dismissive, and often harsh, a defense mechanism to mask his own vulnerabilities. His interactions with his son Titus are particularly revealing, as Jecht's tough love is more about projecting strength than fostering genuine connection. The formative ecosystem that shaped Jecht's Enneagram strategy is a tapestry of familial expectations, societal roles, and personal mythologies. He emerges from a world of empires and crystal mythology, where the weight of family legacy and societal duty are ever present. These forces train Jecht to adopt a survival rule: to be seen as anything less than the best is to be invisible, worthless. Within this ecosystem, Jecht's ability to transform his body, literally and metaphorically, into a symbol of power was both a necessity and a burden. His world rewarded strength and condemned vulnerability, pushing Jecht to constantly prove himself. The relationships that defined Jecht's early life further entrenched his Enneagram patterns. Braska, his friend and fellow guardian, saw the potential in Jecht's bluster, while Auron, another guardian, witnessed both the mask and the man beneath it. These relationships were crucibles in which Jecht's strategy was both tested and reinforced. Braska's acceptance and belief in Jecht offered a rare glimpse of repair, a chance for Jecht to see himself as more than his achievements. Yet it was Titus, his son, who activated Jecht's deepest wounds, the fear of being a failed father, and who would ultimately become the inheritor of Jecht's unresolved shame. As we trace Jecht's chronological arc, each turning point is a reflection of his core motivations and fears. His transformation into sin, the monstrous embodiment of Spira's cyclical suffering, symbolizes Jecht's ultimate merging of his greatest fear and desire, to be remembered even in infamy. It is a tragic realization of his Type 3 shadow, valuing achievement over authenticity. Yet within this monstrous form, Jecht retains a sliver of his humanity, guiding Titus toward the journey he himself could not complete. The interplay between Jecht's shadow and his growth potential is a study in contrasts. Where his fear-driven ego sought constant validation, his path toward integration and health would have led him to embrace vulnerability and self-acceptance. We see glimpses of this growth in his final moments, where Jecht's acceptance of his fate and his willingness to let Titus defeat him reflect a relinquishing of the need to prove himself. It is an act of profound love disguised as a battle, a final lesson in what it means to be truly seen. Ultimately, Jecht's story invites us to reflect upon our survival rules and the motivations that guide us. Are they still serving the person we hope to become, or are they relics of a past we have yet to outgrow? Whether we identify with Jecht's yearning for validation or his fear of failure, his journey challenges us to confront the legacies we leave behind, not just for ourselves, but for those who come after us. Jecht's early life set the stage for this complex psychological odyssey. Born into a society that revered strength and prowess, he quickly internalized the belief that his worth was measured by external accolades. A quintessential Enneagram Type 3, Jecht's core desire for success was both a beacon and a burden. His childhood likely lacked the emotional attunement necessary to foster a secure sense of self, propelling him into a life of constant performance. The absence of nurturing relationships in his formative years planted seeds of insecurity, which later took root as a fear of being unworthy of love without his accomplishments. This fear became a relentless driver, pushing him toward achievement, but also pulling him away from authenticity. In Spira, Jecht's larger-than-life persona masked an inner void. His bravado served as armor, shielding him from the vulnerability he associated with failure. The quintessential trickster archetype, Jecht often used humor and charisma to deflect deeper emotional engagement. Yet beneath this facade lay a yearning for genuine connection, paradoxically thwarted by his own defenses. The dynamic with Titus epitomizes this struggle. Jecht's inability to communicate his feelings of inadequacy and love created a chasm between them, leaving Titus to perceive only the harsh exterior. This father-son tension acts as a microcosm of Jecht's internal conflict, the desperate need to be seen clashing with the instinct to hide. Throughout his journey with Braska and Auron, Jecht's interactions reveal the complexity of his inner landscape. Braska's unwavering faith in him provided a rare mirror, reflecting Jecht's potential for redemption. It was an invitation to step beyond the confines of his ego-driven existence. Auron, with his stoic presence, served as a mentor, challenging Jecht to confront his own shadows. These relationships were pivotal, offering Jecht the opportunity to engage in a hero's journey, a quest not only for external validation but for internal wholeness. Yet it was a journey he would not complete in life, leaving Titus the task of unraveling the legacy left behind. Jecht's transformation into sin embodies the ultimate manifestation of his Type 3 shadows. As a creature of destruction, the irony is profound. Jecht's drive to be seen and remembered becomes his undoing, trapping him in a cycle of perpetual anguish. Sin's cataclysmic presence is a reflection of Jecht's own internal chaos, a physical representation of the very fears that consumed him. Yet within Sin's formidable facade, Jecht's humanity persists, a testament to his enduring love for Titus and his hope for a different future. This duality highlights a crucial aspect of shadow work, the recognition and integration of the parts of ourselves we most wish to deny. In the climactic confrontation with Titus, Jecht's willingness to face his son and accept his fate signifies a profound moment of transformation. It is a relinquishment of ego, a surrender to vulnerability, and an act of genuine love. By allowing Titus to defeat him, Jecht dismantles the myth of invincibility he constructed, demonstrating that true strength lies not in conquest but in acceptance. This act echoes the transformative potential of the Enneagram's growth path for a Type 3, moving from image and achievement toward authenticity and humility. The legacy Jecht leaves behind is a complex tapestry, woven with threads of ambition, love, fear, and redemption. It challenges us to question our own narratives, those we construct to protect our vulnerabilities and those we pass on to others. Are we perpetuating cycles of fear and shame, or are we embracing the courage to transform them? Jecht's story serves as both a cautionary tale and a beacon of hope. It reminds us that while we may carry the burdens of our past, we also possess the power to choose a different future, one where our worth is inherent and our humanity is celebrated. In exploring Jecht's psychological landscape, we gain insight into the universal struggle for self-acceptance. His journey invites us to confront our own shadows, to engage with the parts of ourselves that remain hidden, and to embark on the difficult yet rewarding path toward integration. In doing so, we not only honor Jecht's legacy, but also forge a new path for those who walk beside us and those who will